Thank you. There's going to be two slides. Look at them closely. And I repeated them. They're before and after. Okay, and they're a grid of a town. I'm ready. So I'm a logger from Northern California, and I want to share with you the new norm for the suburban and urban areas that we have in California. First off, I want to tell you a little bit about our weather. It stops raining in May. There's no precipitation at all until late October. That's 6 months of dry heat sucking the moisture out of the vegetation. 119-degree days occurred last summer. I said days. The only moisture we get is from the coastal fog in the evenings. So around the end of August, you can imagine what a premium water is. Everything is tinder dry. Imagine tomorrow evening walking out of your front door and finding the trees on fire, embers flying across your lawn, landing on your roof. What do? You're on your own. You can't see, you can't breathe, and the roads are full of other cars. Everybody's trying to escape. And by the way, which roads are open? This is our new nightmare. Wildland fires travel up known fire corridors. These fire corridors have been developed now with tract homes. These wind tunnels funnel fires that travel at 60 miles an hour. In the evenings, cool coastal air rushes inland as the sun sets. The grasses are so dry, and the sparks from lawnmowers and even cars driving over the tall grass start fires. Electric lines slapping in the winds, slapping each other are enough to start a fire by dripping sparks onto the grass. Last October, the Tubbs fire in Sonoma County traveled up the same corridor as fires in 1935 and 1965. Only this time, urban tract homes were in the way. In forest wildland fires in the forest, they're fought with bulldozers, aerial attack, large fire breaks, and guys with chainsaws and shovels. Not so in an urban setting. In Santa Rosa, where the Tubbs fire was, a population of 190,000, it lost 10% of its housing stock. 40 people died. $9.5 billion in insurance claims. And what's left after the fire? Gray dust and sterile soil, mountains of contaminated debris, cars, washing machines, asbestos, and foundation and driveway cement. All of this has to be readied for the rainy season. Remember, it starts in October. It's 40 to 60 inches of rain that comes until May. Marketable trees are cut down and sent to local sawmills. That's what I do. Before the bugs get under the bark and invade the wood. In my county, Mendocino County, in 2008, we had 147 dry lightning strikes on top of the hills in June. Mendocino County is about the same size as the state of Delaware. We had nowhere near the resources to fight 147 fires. They burned for weeks. Loggers turned into firefighters with their bulldozers, fire trucks, chainsaws, and shovels. Local markets made sandwiches for the fire crews. Our fairgrounds, our county fair, became a camp for firefighters, evacuees, and they brought their livestock, their pigs, their horses, their sheep, to the fairgrounds. Personally, I have 8,000 gallons of stored water on gravity feed above my house. I have placed hoses on 4 corners of my house. I have mowed all around my property, and I've created now a defensible space, all of this before the fire season. Just like in an earthquake, you have to have 72 hours worth of food and water, fuel in your vehicle, and cash. Credit cards don't work when there's no electricity. Cell phones don't work when there's no radio towers. And a battery-powered radio is always helpful for information. And you got to keep copies of your personal paper in the cloud and a family plan as to where to meet up. Be prepared to help others. Your neighbor is an important resource. Where fire trucks are limited, so is access. The reality of the situation is that you are on your own and you are lucky to have help from your neighbor. You have to be prepared ahead of time, know your limitations, your escape routes, and know your neighbors. Thank you.